Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. I am here with Webster. We are on week 4 of his board and train with us here at Best Paw Forward Dog Training. And what we're going to be working on today is a little bit of leash skills. We are outside, okay? So that distraction level has gone up. In the beginning, we were working with him on his leash skills inside. Outside, it's going to be the same exact thing. We're going to take a step back just so you can see how to work in a new environment. Okay, so every time you go into a new environment, you're going to take a little bit of a step back. So inside, we got to the point where we were able to work throughout the entire barn. He was walking nicely. So now we're outside. A lot more distraction out here, different smells out here. We have dogs that work out in the field, so lots of different smells. We've got animals out here, and the wind isn't as bad today, but there is still a breeze today, so it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. So we're going to take those steps back. We're going to look for the same things we're looking for inside, making sure that he's not pulling ahead. Very important. If he does pull ahead, we're not going to continue to move forward. That is a very, very important part about leash, is that if he does go to pull ahead, we're not going to continue forward. If we continue to move forward, he starts to learn, okay, I can pull and get where I want to go quicker. Okay. So we want him to know that the only way he's going to get where he wants to go is if he's not pulling ahead. Okay. Some of the words that we're going to use are stop if he gets too far ahead. We're going to use the word turn if we're changing direction. And we're going to say let's go when we're moving forward. Okay, so right now he's a little bit distracted. You can see he's sniffing. He's doing a little bit of whining and focused over in that corner over there. So here, he does this sometimes. When he gets frustrated, he wants to go where he wants to go. So same thing with this. He's pulling, he's trying to get away or get towards what he wants to get towards. I'm not going to continue over to that direction until he is calm and he's relaxed a little bit. Good boy. So there, he let up that slack. Now I'm going to let him go where he wants to go. So there you can see again, he stopped. Good boy. So he loosened that leash. So now his reinforcement is going where he wants to go, right? But we're not going to let him do that until he releases that pressure on that leash and is able to focus on us. So again, you can see sometimes he goes on a little bit of a strike, right? He gets frustrated. He wants to go where he wants to go. And we're going to make sure that we're not allowing him to do so until he is paying attention to us. Yes, good boy. And outside with him, he doesn't tend to want to take food as quickly. Sometimes, yes, good boy. It takes a little bit of time for him to take food. So you can see right there, he went and he actually sniffed the food, but he didn't want to take it, which is okay. We don't have to use food. Good boy. We can use verbal praise. We can use attention. Good job. He can use pets. Good boy. So sometimes in the beginning of my sessions out here with him, we're just using that. We're not using that food yet because he doesn't always want to take it in the beginning. Let's see if we can get him to... Yes, good boy. He thought about taking it, but he didn't take it that time. Which again, perfectly okay. He doesn't have to take the food. So right now, he's not focused, right? So this is really good for you to see and really important for you to see. So I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to start this session until I have his attention, right? If he's so distracted before you start the session, you start that session, you're not going to get success. And we want success in every single session that we do. So sometimes we have to be flexible, right? So we might start with one thing in mind for our session, and we might have to improvise a little bit and change what we're doing based on his reaction to the session. Okay. Sometimes we might have to put him away for a little bit, give him a little bit of a break, and then come back to it. Okay. So right now I'm just going to see if we can work on getting that attention. Good boy. Giving some pets. You can see he really doesn't want to go where I'm going with that leash. So I'm not gonna pull on that leash. I'm not gonna yank on that leash. All I'm gonna do is put some slight pressure. Now this is what you have to be careful of when you have him out, right? Because he does tend to back up out of that collar or try to back up out of that collar. So you want to be very careful. A good idea for him is, if you have him out on walks, is to get a harness, have his collar on, and have a carabiner clip from that harness to that collar, so that if he does slip one of those, that you still have him, right? That he hasn't gotten away from you. Very important with him is that we're making sure that he's safe in the environment that we're working in, that he's not able to get away from us. So that's a good idea that you can do at home with him. So you can see, again, he just does not want to. Good boy. There he let a little bit of slack. Yes, good boy. He let that slack on that leash. I'm going to mark that. I'm going to give him some pets. Good boy. Good job. Another thing, very key when you're working with him, we don't want to get frustrated, okay? So if he's struggling, put him away for a little bit of a break. It's perfectly okay. Okay, we want to be calm during all of our sessions with him. It's only going to help him. And you can see something outside is making it a lot more challenging. So all I'm going to work on now, we're going to change the session a little bit, just to attention, okay? So going back to a little bit of the basics. But this is good for you to see what to do. Yes, good boy. If he gets a little distracted, good job. Good boy there. He loosened up a little bit on that leash. Good. So I'm just going to praise him for that. Good boy. Good job. Yes, good job. There he came over to me. I'm going to give some pets. Good boy. Give him that verbal praise. Good job. Because he does like being pet, which is good. Another thing he likes is play, too. So if he's really struggling, you can get a toy. Work a little bit on play during this session. Good boy. Good boy, Webster. Yes. So now he's at least coming over towards me instead of pulling away, right? Good job. He's still interested in what's going on around here. There's just a bang over in the field over there. So he's looking. Again, he's whining. You also want to pay attention to his body language. So if he starts to get really stressed out, you can see he's whining a lot, or he's panting, his ears are pinned back, anything like that, you might want to end the session, take a little bit of a break, and then come back to it later, just because he does tend to get a little bit worked up, a little bit stressed out if just different situations are going on outside. Okay? Webster, good boy. There, he's got a little slack, but he's still going over in that direction. I'm just going to walk this way. Good boy. Yes, good job, Webster. Good boy. Awesome. And I'm going to end it there, just because he did come up to me that time. Good job. Without any pressure. But he definitely, something's bothering him out here. So I'm going to end that session, and we'll come back to it later. But it is important for you to see this, so I do want to post this video. If you guys have any questions on this at all, let us know in the comments below. Webster's such a good boy, and we really love working with him here. If you guys have any questions, let us know. We'll see you next time. Good boy. I'm going to go inside.